Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Debbie and this is Debbie's Crafty Home. I am really excited to be starting this project today. So I've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks, ever since I first spied these wreath forms at Dollarama. So to do this project, you'll need a large ring. This is an 18-inch wreath form, and it was $2.50 at Dollarama. Plus you'll need this 14.6-inch wreath ring. It says wreath ring, not wreath form. And this one was $2. And this 12-inch one was $1.50. So the first thing I'm going to do to get this project started is paint all three of these wreath forms white. I'm going to be wrapping these, and I do not want them to show through. So I'm going to be wrapping them in this ribbon, but I want this ribbon to look as white as possible. And to do that, I think that it'll look better if I have a white background. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but where this is laying over top of the wreath ring, it's darker than where it's laying on this white background. So that's how I determine whether I need to paint or not. Sorry, I just had to let my little dog out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give all these a coat of paint, but I'll probably only give them one coat. And I am using this chalk paint from Folk Art, and it is the white Adirondack. Okay, once you have your rings painted with a base coat, then the next step is to wrap it with your choice of ribbon. I'm using this really pretty wired ribbon that has these silver foiled poinsettias on it, and all I'm doing is I'm just gonna put a little bit of hot glue down here, and then I'm just going to tap this on. Then I'm going to start wrapping my ribbon like this. Now I'm sure you'll have a few little wrinkles, but as far as I'm concerned, especially if you've got something that's going to glitter when the light shines on it, the wrinkles are just going to give it more places for the light to catch. Okay, now this is going to be the head of my snowman, and I want my hat and my scarf to be the black and red buffalo check. I've got two of these scarves from Dollarama, and I'm going to make both the hat and the scarf from these. Well, the one will be a scarf, but I'm going to make my hat as well. So I'm going to cut a couple of lengths of this. So I just found my middle, and I'm going to cut right across here. Like that. Let's see if I can get this lined up. kind of want to line up my check here like this, because I'm just going to hot glue this together, but I do want, because this is going to be the front, I actually do want this to be lined up. So that should work. So this little bit right here, I'm going to hot glue. So I have a nice sized square now of this red and black buffalo check. So it's something that I can work with. I want to make a toque for this snowman. So I'm going to start by just laying out my buffalo plaid like this. I'm going to take my small ring and I'm going to put it about a third maybe on the way down the ring. And then I am just going to put a little bit of hot glue on this side here and stick that down. Bring that down a little wee bit like that, and maybe across here on the back side, a little hot glue. I kind of want this to be fairly tight. And then I kind of want it to go to a point at the top. So I am going to fold this under a little bit and hot glue this down. So that that is secure there. Then I'm going to fold this over and I'm going to cut this. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut it across the back so that it matches that line that goes across the front. This is a nice felted material, so you don't have to worry about this fraying and falling all apart, which is really great. And then I'm going to cut right down here. Like that. So I have a cone. And I'm going to glue it right across here. And then I'm going to turn it around so that it faces me this way just a little bit so that I can turn this under and then glue this all along there like that. I'm just going to cut that little flap right there that's sticking out. That's where the two pieces were glued together. So that'll be the front. Now, last year at Dollarama, I bought this, and it is just 100% polyester, and it's that faux fur. But how cute is that going to look there? Because I think you're going to be able to see this from both sides of my door. So I think I'm going to make it so that it looks clean on both sides. So I'm going to start in the middle at the front like this. Like that. Then I can turn it over. I've glued myself to my table. This is why you put a plastic mat down. There. And then I am going to there. So I have that. And then I also have a package of these snowballs. And it says for snowball fights. I guess for indoor snowball fights, I guess. But they're good, spongy little balls. And I think that this will look just perfect. Add it on to the end of here. Let's tip this back over so that I can do some little doctoring. This isn't quite glued all the way to the very tip. And so I'm going to finish that. And I'm just going to put a substantial amount of glue on the end and stick that thing right on there like that. There. So I managed to just shove it right inside. And that's attached really well. I want to put my snowman together now. So I used 3 rolls of ribbon altogether. I had this much left over. So to attach this snowman together, I am going to cut. I think I'll just cut this in half because I'll need half to attach the other. And I'm going to make sure that I wrap this a few times around just in case. I don't want any of this hot glue to let go. So if I put a little bit of hot glue and then wrap it and then wrap it, and I'm going to turn it over onto the back to finish it on the back. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with the next ring. So I've got my snowman put together, and I can't get it all on the screen, so you're going to have to wait. But I have these small ornaments also from Dollarama. And I just want the red and the green ones. I don't want to add gold because I've got silver in here. I'm just going to feed the cord through 5 or 6 of these little Christmas balls. I'm just threading them on here. Onto the hat, just like this. Just like that. Because I want it to be fairly simple. I don't want a lot of decor on this. I'm just going to tie on his scarf. This is the finished snowman. I lost my light last night and couldn't find any place where I could hang this up and show it to you where you could actually see it. It's on my door, but my door is open so that I have a little bit of light coming in here and I can show it to you. This piece is 4 feet from the top of the hat all the way to the bottom of that bottom ring. And I love that I used a full-sized scarf on here and it hangs down like that, that the hat and the scarf match. Just that little bit of Christmas ornamentation right there, that little bit. So there are so many different things that you could do with this. You could buy a hat and a scarf that match, something that you just love that matches your decor at home. And you don't have to leave it as plain as I did either. You could put a bunch of greenery in this area right here. You could put greenery or ornaments or something all down one side of the, or even around the bottom of the middle ring if you wanted to. I mean, this is a hollow snowman. He doesn't have eyes and buttons and things like that. So you could fix him up in other ways. Yeah, so if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. This is the first time I think that I've ever completely done a DIY that was all stuff from Dollarama. So if you want to make this, I think you can find pretty much everything that you need at Dollarama right now. I tried to get this out early so that if you want this, you can still make it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that now before you leave. And I will see everybody in the next one. Until then, take care, everyone.